A warm welcome to day one of the 15th edition of the Toronto Global Forum. It's indeed a real pleasure to be here live and in person, finally. Je souhaite la bienvenue à tout le monde ici aujourd'hui pour la 15e édition du Toronto Global Forum. Un grand plaisir pour nous de vous recevoir finalement en chair et en os. Quel plaisir! This 2021 edition of the Toronto Global Forum is staged as a hybrid conference under the macro theme, Redefining a New Prosperity, with a focus on finance, economy, innovation, infrastructure, energy, agriculture, trade, and health. Clearly, every session will have an overlay of COVID-19 and its impact on economies, jobs, and our societies in general. The Toronto Global Forum is uniting some of the world's top legislators, politicians, economists, Fortune 500 CEOs, and industry experts together in person and virtually for impactful discussions on the major challenges facing the economy in these unprecedented times. This year's program will include enlightening discussions on the global recovery, sustainable investing, the digital economy, and the future of healthcare, education, agriculture, and employment. The forum will bring together more than 150 speakers and delegates representing 65 countries. Over 100 journalists from around the world will be covering this event and its outcomes to their viewers, readers, and listeners. It's been my pleasure to serve as chair of the Toronto Global Forum Advisory Board for the past number of years. I've witnessed the TGF's growth and expanding reputation as the most preeminent conference, certainly in North America, and maybe even the world. We've put in place comprehensive health and safety protocols for those attending in person here at the Royal York, as we've all seen here this morning. We've restricted the numbers to about 250 in person, so each day, so everyone can feel safe and comfortable. Of course, we're also warmly welcoming the many thousands of delegates attending from around the world virtually. I encourage all of you to actively participate in this year's event. For those attending virtually, the Toronto Global Forum organizers have built platforms allowing you to have discussions and meet virtually with your fellow delegates. Visit the information kiosks being hosted by our public sector partners to understand how they're rebuilding their economies and looking to create jobs. If you're looking to expand your business, if you're looking for work, if you have job openings, let us know. Let our public sector partner know. And most importantly, let your fellow delegates know. Finally, I want to provide my sincere gratitude to the Toronto Global Forum Advisory Board and to our partners for their continued support and commitment. In particular, I want to acknowledge the key role of our presenting partner, Cogeco. While the company's financial support is most welcome, we really value the advice and the time given by my friends Philippe Jeté over there, President and CEO, and Louis Audette over there, Cogeco's chair. Thank you very much. And Catherine, back to you, or maybe Philippe directly.
Merci, bonjour tout le monde. It's really an honor to be here today, in person, for the opening of the 15th edition of the Toronto Global Forum. And on behalf of the 4,400 employees of Cogeco, we're proud to be the presenting partner, once again, of this flagship economic event, which brings together thought leaders and industry partners and leaders from around the globe year over year. Cogeco has had the great fortune to be involved with this forum and the International Economic Forum of the Americas for more than 10 years now. We have seen it develop and grow in stature. And I must say that I'm truly impressed that despite the fact that we are still living in a once-in-a-lifetime situation, the forum organizers found ways, have persevered to bring us together. And as the world is recovering from the pandemic of COVID-19, the goal is really to rebuild better and to focus on equitable growth and a more inclusive economy. Clearly, this pandemic has brought the world opportunities, such as redefining the way we work, the way we think, and the way we can have a positive impact on the future. Everything should be on the table. And we all have a role to play and to take concrete actions for our society and our communities. Today we must stay united and use the current momentum to redefine together a new prosperity and accelerate the transition to a greener and fairer global economy. This can be done through collaborative learning and by sharing best practices. As the 8th largest cable operator in North America and the largest radio broadcaster in Quebec, Cogeco has always been committed to connecting people and to ensuring they have access to news and information, to the digital economy, to online learning, and to entertainment. Now, more than ever, we see the value of high-quality connectivity services brings to the many regional communities we serve here in Ontario, in Quebec, and in 12 states in the United States. I'm very glad we can meet again, in person and virtually. We should be grateful that events such as the Toronto Global Forum can take place and help us find actionable solutions for a just and resilient economy for all. As we gather in this hybrid way to exchange insights and share solutions to major challenges the world is facing, we must do our part and be strong corporate citizens. Work together towards a strong, sustainable, and inclusive economy. Everybody around the world is working in this direction. COP26, taking place right now in Glasgow, is a strong and concrete proof of that. Now, please join me in welcoming a man who has spent the larger part of his life serving the city of Toronto. Born and raised in this city, John Tory began his public service in the 1980s when he served as Principal Secretary to Premier Bell Davis and as Associate Secretary of the Ontario Cabinet. In 2004, John Tory was elected leader of the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario and was leader of the official opposition at Queen's Park in 2005. Mayor Tory was named to the Order of Ontario in 2012 for being a consummate champion for the Greater Toronto Region. He has been Mayor of Toronto since 2014, having been re-elected to the office in 2018, where he brings an action-oriented, yet measured, open, and rational mindset. He has brought much success and renown to his city, and under his leadership, Toronto has attracted jobs and investment and emerged as an undisputed center of innovation and opportunity on the world stage. Please join me in welcoming, virtually, the Mayor of the great city of Toronto, Mayor John Tory.
Hello, Toronto Mayor John Torrey here, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 15th Annual Toronto Global Forum. To the guests who are attending the event in person at the Royal York Hotel and all of the guests attending virtually, welcome. Well, I wish we could all be joining in person today. The team has put together strong programming, touching on timely issues that impact our lives and livelihoods and businesses and every aspect of our lives. The city's been a proud supporter of the Toronto Global Forum for 14 years, and we're excited to be able to host this event for another year. These forums are so vital to bringing together decision makers and leaders from around the world to forge new partnerships that lead to vital business and social development. I want to extend a big thank you as well to the International Economic Forum of the Americas for organizing this informative conference, in particular the founding chairman Gil Remillard, the CEO Nicholas Remillard, and the president of the Toronto Global Forum, Joe Clark. The theme of this year's forum is redefining a new prosperity. So over the next 3 days, you'll hear from the private and public sectors on a range of topics. I think the pandemic has taught us many lessons about disparity. That disparity was laid bare even in prosperous places like this during the pandemic. It's taught us about partnerships between government and nonprofit and enterprise, which showed us how much could get done and how quickly sometimes it could get done and done well. The challenge now is to fit those lessons within a return to normal and ensure that the robust recovery I know is coming will be sustainable and equitable. As a hybrid event, the city will be hosting an in-person booth at the forum to promote the city's economic development and culture programs, in addition to hosting a virtual kiosk to handle inquiries that I hope will be coming in from right around the world. So our team will be happy to assist you with any inquiries that you may have, and we'll also be hosting a roundtable with 8 Latin American ambassadors to Canada in a discussion on the road to sustainable and inclusive recovery, and that's coming up on Wednesday morning. So I hope this year's Toronto Global Forum is as collegial and constructive as ever, and I look forward to our return to a more in-person format in the years to come. Thank you again, and have a very successful forum.